In the day's other news, the U.S., Japan, and South Korea have agreed to apply, quote, maximum pressure after North Korea's intercontinental ballistic missile test. In a joint statement, they said they will push for a UN Security Council resolution to apply new sanctions on Pyongyang. But if the North, quote, chooses the right path, the countries stand ready to offer a brighter future. Experts say they believe the missile launched on Tuesday could reach Alaska. And today, North Korean state TV broadcast a message aimed at the U.S.
North Korea makes it clear once again that its development of an intercontinental ballistic rocket is an option taken to defend itself. The test is a gift package addressed to none other than the U.S. The U.S. will receive more gift packages as it tries harder to destroy by means of sanctions and pressure the overall national power and strategic position of North Korea.
The U.S., Japan, South Korea statement also called on nations that border North Korea to help reduce the threat. That is an unmistakable reference to Pyongyang's closest ally, China, whose leader meets tomorrow with President Trump. Mr. Trump also met today with Mexico's President Enrique Peña Nieto and emphasized the importance of renegotiating the NAFTA trade agreement. It was the first face-to-face meeting between the pair since President Trump took office. He hailed Peña Nieto as his friend, but said that he absolutely still wants Mexico to pay for a proposed border wall between the two countries. In Egypt, a suicide car bombing left at least 23 soldiers dead on the Sinai Peninsula, the worst attack there in years. The Islamic State group claimed responsibility for the incident at a checkpoint south of Rafah. Meanwhile, in Iraq, ISIS fighters are still clinging to a shrinking pocket of territory in Mosul. Iraqi government forces laid out the difficulty.
We are facing challenges that slow down our operations. And that's because the Islamic State group is using civilians as human shields, especially women and children. And that's why we advance very slowly, because we have to protect their lives.
Also today, the Pentagon said that airstrikes by the U.S.-led coalition in Iraq and Syria have killed a total of more than 600 civilians. That is since the start of the anti-ISIS campaign in 2014. Back in this country, hiring surged more than expected in June. The Labor Department says U.S. employers added 222,000 jobs, the most in 4 months. But the unemployment rate ticked up slightly from 4.3% to 4.4% as more people looked for work. Analysts say the positive report is likely to lead to another hike in the Federal Reserve's key interest rate. For now, the news drove stock prices higher on Wall Street. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 94 points today to close at 21,414. The Nasdaq rose 63, and the S&P 500 added 15. For the week, all three indexes edged up a fraction of a percent. U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions visited the military prison at Guantanamo Bay today. He was joined by Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein and by Dan Coats, the Director of National Intelligence. Sessions has called Guantanamo a, quote, perfectly acceptable place for detaining terror suspects. A Justice Department spokesman said that the visit was meant to get an up-to-date understanding of current operations. And an influential press freedom group is criticizing a report by Republican senators about leaks of government information. The document released yesterday, which was sent to the Attorney General, says that leaks are harming national security. The Committee to Protect Journalists said it seems intended to have a chilling effect and resembles measures seen, quote, more often in authoritarian countries.